Live.
Hi, everyone. So I get to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about me. You kind of got to just meet me on the screen, which was kind of fun. I actually got a little teary-eyed. I haven't seen that video before, so that was kind of fun to see all my fun things that I've been doing. So just a little bit quick about me. So I was introduced to Mary Kay in 2008. So this is my lucky 13th year, which is really exciting. And I was a full-time student, full-time work. I had an internship that was 150 hours. I had a part-time job, and my oldest, my dancer that you got to see, she was 6 months old. So my plate was very, very full. I was not looking for anything else to add to my very full schedule. But I fell in love with the products, and I fell in love that my skin got clear on the products and my makeup didn't fall off or all of that kind of stuff. It didn't, I loved the products. And then as I got to get to know the company a little bit more, I fell in love with the company, and I fell in love with all the different aspects of the company philosophy: faith first, family second, career third, all of that. And I thought, maybe that could be like a plan B, that I could be it could be something that was very, very flexible that I could do on the side. Cause like my mom used Mary Kay. My grandma always had Mary Kay lipstick till the day she died. So I knew a few people that were like, well, I'm sure they would buy for me. So I thought if I could just do that and keep us afloat with an extra $200 a month, that would be great. So fast forward, and I did that for a while, very, very part-time, while I finished up my degree, my bachelor's degree. Of course, I've had now 4 other babies in Mary Kay, which is great because nobody ever fired me when I had a baby. That was awesome. I could take as much time as I needed with them, and that's where I really wanted to be. And then in 2011, I was able to, I had earned my first free car, which I get to talk about here in just a second. And there was a ton of drama going on at work. And I called my husband. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I worked retail. I worked at Shopko. And if you know about Shopko, they no longer exist. So I would not have a job currently. But I just called him and I said, I can't take it anymore. I don't know what to do. And he's like, well, I guess you can quit. Like, you're making more money in Mary Kay doing it on the side, just a few hours a week, than you are working 32 hours, which was full time to keep my insurance. And so I was like, cool, I'm putting in my 2 weeks. And then, a few hours went on and it just got worse. And I was like, no, I'm done. So at the end of my shift, I took off my badge, my keys, and I walked into the manager's office and I said, I'm done today. I'm not coming back. And I have not been back. I'm now a work from home mom, and I get to run my household. I get to be the wife and the mom that I want to be. We get to, plan vacations and leave whenever I want to leave. Nobody has to, and there's no taking time off. I work my business in and around all of my kids' very full lifestyles. They get to enjoy and take advantage of all the different opportunities of sports, dance, music, soccer, piano, you name it, they have probably tried it. So that is a little bit about me. And I love this business, and I've been a sales director now for 5, going on year number 6, and I have earned 6 free cars. So that's what I get to talk to you about tonight, is our car program. Look at all these beautiful cars. I am currently driving the Chevy Equinox, and that is my second one of those. And I've had the Chevy Malibu too. I had that when I had 2 kids, and then we were having baby number 3. And so I actually, there is a cash option. And so I took cash for a while, and that paid for our van. So we now actually have 3 vehicles for 2 drivers, which is kind of cool. So, and a couple other things about the car program. It takes about 15 hours of work a week, and we show you what and help you to know what to do with those hours and then it's also based on your team building and your sales, the collectively what you guys do together, and they start tracking you and give you about 1 to 4 months to finish up that car. So there is a little bit about me and the car program, and I will take 3 questions if there's any questions. So go ahead and throw them up in the comments if you're watching, and I will answer any questions that you have really quickly. And you're earning tickets for these, just so you know. And tickets mean prizes. Okay. Well, maybe we'll have some questions later on.
Hello, hello. I'm so excited to introduce myself. Thank you, Sherilyn, for putting together that special video. She's just amazing and awesome like that. And it's fun all the years that we've had a Mary Kay together. So I've been a part of Mary Kay for 11 years. Prior to Mary Kay, I got my degree in piano pedagogy. And so I was teaching piano in the afternoons, finding a lot of joy working with my students. And we had just graduated college, and my husband was, can you hear me okay, Sherilyn? You can hear me good. So my husband and I were wanting to start our family, and we were struggling with infertility. And so in the mornings when I wasn't working, I was just really bored. I just didn't know where the direction was in my life. And so I started to read Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover, and that book changed my life. If you haven't read that, I highly recommend reading that, because it taught me that if I want something different, I need to do something different. And so I started working, looking for a job that I could work part-time in the morning when I wasn't teaching piano. And at that point, we didn't have any savings. We had been married for 3 years and just putting all our money towards school. I'm hearing some feedback, Sherilyn, so I don't know if you can hear that too, but not feedback. There we go. That's perfect. So I was looking for a part-time job, and something that we could put maybe even just $50 a month towards savings, something just that would just provide financial security. And at the same time, I got invited to a Mary Kay facial. I went to Cheryl Lynn's house actually for the facial, and I had only ever used Clinique. And so I was used to good skincare. And so when I tried Mary Kay's, I was just blown away about the quality of the product, how it felt. But even though I was looking for a part-time job, and she shared a little about the opportunity with me, I wasn't interested because I didn't wear much makeup or know how to put on my makeup. I'm more introverted. I didn't want to work with women. I thought that'd just be a lot of drama and gossip. I didn't want to sell something. I didn't want to feel that pressure. And so it really didn't seem like a good fit for me. But I'm grateful that I decided to just watch a video a little about Mary Kay, the company. And as I watched it, I fell in love with their values. And we have just found a lot of common ground with, God first, family second, career third. And so I decided to just listen a little more, not being really interested in doing the business, but I listened a little more and was just way more impressed with the opportunity than I thought. And then I showed it to my husband, thinking he'd say, don't give it a try. And he said, I think you should give it a try. So that kind of floored me, but so I did. So it's been 11 years later. The biggest blessing is we have had 3 children since then. So we actually had 4 and we lost our very first one, but I was grateful for my business to kind of keep me distracted and serving others. When you go through a trial, I think the best thing you can do is to serve and help others. And that helps you to get through that. And so I was grateful for my business in that regard. And then also, then we were looking into the adoption process, and Mary Kay gave me the plan that we could be able to save up for adoption. And as we were in that process, I had just become a sales director at Mary Kay, and we had earned our first car. That's when I found out I was pregnant. And so we ended up not adopting, but we had 3 healthy babies. I have a 6-year-old, 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old right now. So that's been such a blessing in my life. So that's a little about how I got into Mary Kay. We've earned 6 cars now in Mary Kay, and my highest 1 month income is just shy of $6,000. And so that's a little about me. And then I'm going to share how Mary Kay is different than other companies. And I haven't been a part of other companies to really can tell you exactly, but I'll tell you what I know from Mary Kay. And number one, and I shared this earlier, is their values just resonated with me. You don't hear very often companies basing their business on the golden rule. You don't hear companies saying our company philosophy is God first, family second, and career third. And that's how they encourage us to run our lives. We are independent, so I'm not an employee of Mary Kay's, but it's so encouraging being a part of a company where they want you to have other things before them. And then, so that first of all, I think sets us apart. Number 2, something that I would probably not have joined Mary Kay if we had sales quotas and team building, like you had to team build. I just wouldn't have joined. And so I love that there's no sales quotas. We don't have to sell a certain amount per party, per appointment. And that takes off just a ton of pressure from me, that I can just demo the product, uplift someone. And if they fall in love with it and it's in their budget, they can buy it. If they fall in love with it and they can't afford it, I can show them how they can earn it for free by doing a party or, introducing me to other people and pampering them. So I love the no quotas. And with team building, I didn't want anyone to feel pressured to join. And so, but as I've shared about the opportunity, I found naturally people wanted to join because it filled a need, whether they were looking for something flexible like Kristen shared or extra income, to be a part of a positive group of just amazing women, or the personal growth. And so that's been that set us apart. And the last one, you hear in business, P&L stands for profit and loss. But in Mary Kay, And this might sound cheesy, but P&L stands for people and love. And I have a personal story of how Mary Kay showed that to me. I had been in the business a couple years, and then we lost our first baby. And it was right before an event where I had registered, I had paid my money, and I was going to attend it. But when we lost our baby that same month, it was like a week later, the event, I wasn't in a emotional place to be able to attend that meeting with just leaving. I was in the hospital. We had just lost our first baby due to preeclampsia about halfway through the pregnancy. I just couldn't be there. And I just knew I'd probably not get that money recovered. And I knew I needed to be home and to kind of get my mind in a good place. And my sweet friend Sherilyn called up the company, told them the situation, and I got reimbursed. So Mary Kay does not care about profit and loss. They care about people and love. And the very first flowers I got at the hospital after we lost her was from my Mary Kay sisters. And so thank you, Sherilyn. That meant so much to me because, when you're going through that, your family's mourning and loss, and they're in a lot of pain too. And so it was so great to have my Mary Kay sisters be the first ones there for me. So that's the three things that I think have really set apart this company from other companies. So, we'll probably move on. So if there are
Hello, everyone. I just love when I get to do events with these two beautiful women, and I met them, now we're heading on to like 15 years. I met Roseanne when she had no children. Now she has 3. Her little boy just started school. Oh my gosh. And Kristen had 1. She had a baby when I met her, and look at them now. They've just grown into the most powerful, amazing mompreneurs. And I have to say that is the thing in Mary Kay that brings me the most joy, is helping other people fill a need and reach their potential. And I just want to thank them for taking time out from their families to get on with me tonight and just share with you. So I'm going to share with you what our theme for this marketing event was, that dreams are made to be caught. We definitely are 3 mompreneurs, and you can see from our videos that we are making things happen in our lives. And, it's the saying is not, dreams are meant to fall in your lap with no effort. Dreams are meant to be caught. When you're going to catch something, I imagine reaching and swiping and jumping, and you first have to identify the thing that you want, and then you must go for it. And I was thinking about this today, and I thought, why do people not do this? Why do people not do this? Because we all have things that we want that we don't have. There are things that we want that we don't have. And what stops people from building a life of their dreams? And I think there's a couple of things, and I want to touch on these. And number one is you feel maybe you don't deserve this, or you have guilt feelings over wanting maybe more than what your parents have, or more than what your friends have, or more than what you grew up with. And, I love the song by David Archuleta, where he says that when you start to discover who you are, others around you will wake up to the sound that's in their hearts. So when you start to fulfill your potential, all you are going to do is give other people permission to dream, and you will inspire other people to do things that they thought maybe they would never do. You should never feel guilty for growing and moving out of your comfort zone. And some people think it's not spiritual or righteous. If you're a religious or spiritual person, they think that it's not to want things. But ladies, we know that the number one cause of divorce is financial distress. That's the number one cause of divorce. Having enough money, having an abundance of money is always going to alleviate at least that factor from your marriage, for sure. Secondly, people don't really want to follow a broke leader. And when you have abundance in your life and abundance mentality, you're providing safety and security for all the people around you. I want to tell you a quick story about this. So a couple things. I am crazy about my kids. My greatest source of joy is my family. I was a middle school Spanish teacher when I stepped aside from that job to pursue Mary Kay full time. I joined in college to make some extra cash, but I was doing Mary Kay on the side. And when my first baby came, I wanted to be with her so badly. I decided that I would make Mary Kay work as a career. And I never dreamed that I would be out earning my former self as a teacher. I never dreamed that. I just wanted to make ends meet and stay home. But that girl, she and my kids are just everything to me. And she decided to serve a religious mission for our church in the Philippines. And it was so difficult for me to send my child, into a third world country halfway across the world. And you know what I decided right then and there? Okay, first of all, I went and got my passport renewed. That alone can seem like a lot of money for some people. I also made sure that I had enough money in the bank that I could buy a plane ticket for myself and my husband. If that girl needed us, we could be at the ready and we could be there and leave on a moment's notice. And I was able to do that because with a business like this, where you're not working hourly for someone else, you can generate as much money as you want to work for. And I don't think that that was unrighteous to have that huge savings account ready to go if she needed me. I had a friend who had a girl doing summer sales in Texas, and that girl got herself in a terrible situation and she needed to come home, and the company refused to fly her home. And guess what? Her parents didn't have enough money for one U.S. continental plane ticket from Texas to get her home. And that was never going to be me. So another thing that happened with my daughter is she was in a job where she was completely disrespected. And she is brilliant and smart and wonderful. And I am not just biased because I'm her mother. She's just generally loved by everyone who knows her. And she's very intelligent. And so I took my Mary Kay money and I worked hard. I worked hard during COVID. And I took all the extra funds that came in and I started a business. I started a business that she would be able to do. She is not ready to start a Mary Kay business yet, but she told me that she will. So I started a business that was more up her alley. And that girl, I handed her that business and she gets paid for it. She just works under my umbrella. And that girl has generated $50,000 this year in that business. So she comes to my house and she works every day. We work together. I'm working on Mary Kay. She's working on our other business, and she's paid out of that income. And I pay her exactly what the architectural firm was paying her where she was working, plus bonuses. And she's having my grandbaby and my first grandbaby. And I wish I could show you this room I'm sitting in right now. It's a rec room where I like to do my Mary Kay. And we've got a little Pack and play. I have diapers for years. I've got some onesies and wipes, and oh my gosh, I am ready. This baby's coming in a few weeks, and he will not go to daycare. He will just be here with his mom and grandma working from home, and just crushing it. And we'll just take care of him together. This is me providing safety and security through my Mary Kay business for my family. And I do not think that the oodles of money flowing into this house are unrighteous. It just depends on how you spend your money and what you're willing to sacrifice to get your money. Those are the things that can be unrighteous, but money in and of itself can do great things, So what about people don't want this for you? You know, you have a dream and you're trying to pursue it and your whole tribe is against you. Guess what? Just find a new tribe. Align yourself with people who will be excited for you and inspired by you, and quit throwing your pearls before swine. You don't need to talk about your dreams and aspirations to people who are just going to be a killjoy and try to shut you down. You don't need to have their approval, and you don't need to have those conversations with them. Wanting things you don't have just means you have some growing to do. That's all that it means. So, step one, you need a vehicle to create more income. That is step one. You need a vehicle to create more income. And to create more income, you're going to have to gain knowledge, which will then give you confidence, which will then provide that income. Step two, you're going to need a mentor to take you through that business. I don't think anybody listening in the range of my voice is going to want to go get another part-time job and work for somebody else to try to generate extra income. I am talking about purely 100% flex income. But to do that, you're going to need someone to guide you through it. And you have heard from 3 women who have almost 100 years. I have 30 years of experience in running my own business and mentoring other women. And then we have these ladies here, okay, so I'll say 70 years of experience, but we have so much experience between the 3 of us. And you know that if you try to go get a business mentor, it is very, very pricey. So I'm going to show you now the cost of starting a Mary Kay business and the cost of having mentorship. So these are the options to start your Mary Kay business. You can start your business for $30, and this allows you to work just virtually. So $30 will get you an online store and the capability to process credit cards so people can shop online with you. It also gives you the capability to purchase products at a 50% discount so that you can mark them up and sell them retail. And every time someone buys product from you, money goes into your bank account. If you would like to have a physical starter kit plus the e-start kit, that's $130. The physical starter kit is a box that comes with $400 worth of skincare and samples in it. And it allows you to do in-person appointments. It allows you to hold product up in the camera to show during your virtual appointments. And that kit also gives you the 50% discount on your products. And then with either one of those starts, you can add a sample pack if you would like to mail people samples to try. And that is totally optional, totally up to you. So that's your vehicle right there. That is your vehicle to starting your own Mary Kay business, to generate the confidence and the knowledge that you need to be able to make more money. I promise you that your level of confidence is directly linked to the amount that is currently in your bank account. Higher confidence, higher income. So what about the mentoring? We talked about the mentoring. Guess what? In Mary Kay, we never charge to mentor and we never charge to train. It is a pact that we have made as women it is called the Go Give Pact. And we treat others as we would want to be treated. And so when you come in, You are given the training and the mentoring that you need, everything that you need to succeed. What a deal. What a deal. So why would somebody not do this? It would be for fear. Fear is false events appearing real. We know when people are fearful because they start using the word can't. I can't get $30. I can't convince my husband. I can't find people. I can't sell anything. But do you know what can't stands for? Can't stands for I certainly am not trying. That's what it stands for. So if you put it that way, I certainly am not trying to find $30 or $130. I certainly am not trying to convince my husband. I certainly am not trying to learn how to sell amazing product, which sells itself, by the way. I certainly am not trying to find people. I'm certainly not trying to succeed. It's just fear. So I want to challenge you. Let's turn your can'ts into cans and your dreams into plans. And ladies, I'm going to bring my I'm going to add my cute friends back in. And just want to let you know that we are available to answer one-on-one questions. You need to talk to your Mary Kay consultant or us if we are your Mary Kay consultants to set that up. And that's just called a career chat, where you come with questions because maybe you have some questions that need to be answered. But we're excited to work with you. And thanks for listening in on Dreams Were Made to Be Caught. Thank you.